this video, we are going to take a quick look at how to get started with FXGraph. FXGraph and the function graphing tool in FXDraw provide you with an extremely powerful graphing environment that is dead simple to use. FXGraph is capable of drawing far more than simple Cartesian graphs. Vectors, implicitly defined functions, animations and volumes of solids of revolution are all possible, and much more. We strongly recommend that you download and print FXGraph's quick reference card, which will introduce you to its various features. To draw your first graph, right-click on the axes or push the Y equals button. This will take you to the quick entry screen where you can start typing functions. You enter graphs, one per line, in the main graph entry space. FXGraph is fairly forgiving. You can type just about anything and FXGraph will do its best to turn it into a graph, showing you how it is interpreting your entry as you go. The quick entry screen lets you control many aspects of your graph, including your axes. The axes, scales, grid and function property screens give you even more control over how your graph appears. Combined, these screens give you an enormous amount of control over the graphs you produce. When you first started FXGraph, you probably didn't complete the short interview offered to you. Unfortunately, the correct way of graphing functions is very dependent on where you live. In order for us to create graphs that are exactly what you need, please consider going to the Tools menu and rerunning the initial preference selection. It is just 8 quick questions that will allow us to produce exactly what you need. Once you have created your graph, you can add to it using the various tools available. These include shaded integrals, arc lengths, tangent lines, tables of values and rulers. If you have included a constant in your function, you will also see the constant controller. This allows you to animate your functions to demonstrate dynamic concepts. Once you are satisfied with your graph, click on the green check mark. This will allow you to add your graph to a document. The exact processes you follow to add the graph and edit it later are dependent on where you want the graph to appear and which mode you are using our software in. Please ensure that you view the appropriate Using the Output videos on the Start Here and Learn pages of our Help Center. That is enough for you to get started with FXGraph, but make sure you print out the quick reference card and take a little time to experiment with all the various possibilities.